Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins taking on Mac Jones and the New England Patriots.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, we get the season started with an AFC East tilt right off the bat between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined by my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. And at long last, it's time to begin another season in the NFL. And if this looks familiar, Charles, it's because it is. For the third straight season, Miami and New England will play each other in Week 1. It's kind of becoming something of an unofficial tradition for these two.
And we'll take it if they keep playing games like we've seen over the last 2 years, because New England scored a late touchdown to secure a win in 2020. Then had a red zone fumble in 2021 to let Miami hang on for a one-point win last year in Foxborough. It's like in boxing. You get two great fights. Each guy takes one. You definitely want the rubber match to see who is the better team. And Miami feels like they've really closed the gap.
Well, we get a first look at this Patriots offense, and, of course, leading them for his second season. Last year's Rookie of the Year runner-up out of Alabama, Mac Jones.
I think we'll all remember 2021 as a banner quarterback draft, and we saw 5 taken in the first round. It was actually the 5th of those 5, Mac Jones, who's the runner-up in the Rookie of the Year voting with the 5th most yards by a rookie in league history. The Patriots, they have to be dancing in the streets with the idea that this guy is going to be their quarterback for about the next 10 years.
They run with a fourth-year man. This is Damian Harris. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now 1 for 1, a lot more to go. Now a first down carry for Harris. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game. This crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Throwing Jones. Completes it to Aguilar. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles, 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
On 4th down, Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their foot.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tua. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Pats are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones over the middle, complete. It's Parker. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. It's not often you see trades within a division, but that's just what happened with Devontae Parker. Spent 7 years in a Dolphins uniform, but was traded to these Patriots back in April. And he makes the catch there against his former mates. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. They'll run right side with Mostert. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Second down, here's Mostert again. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 62 yards. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone, and the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40. Not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Harris running straight ahead. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down and 4. Jones setting up the screen. Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Here's Jake Bailey now. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. And some room to maneuver. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Mostert. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. They get 17 more on that one and another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Tua on the bootleg here. Rolling to his right. Open man downfield is Hill. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look at mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it. They did it. All that work in preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Jones in the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Off the play fake. Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of momentum from the offense. Coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They hand this off to Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris taking it in from the 20. And the Patriots have got it back to within a score.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and it's now 13-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a first carry for their fullback. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Throwing again on second down. Jones toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Emmanuel Agba able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Folk's kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And here comes Raheem Mostert and the Miami offense. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Under pressure, they got him again. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. After the sack on first down, Tua. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
To throw again on second down, Jones. And throw right side complete to Parker. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Folk's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We start in New Jersey on this September the 11th. The New York Jets playing host to visiting Baltimore here in Week 1. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Joe Mixon, a couple of touchdown runs. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. Josh Allen, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Matt Judon getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. Here's Jones on 1st down. It gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 25-yard line.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Off the bootleg. Jones steps away. It's brought in by Harris. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Yeah, the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. Good open field tackling there, a 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
But let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. On third down, here comes Mostert. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. New England trying to get to place on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 22, Jones. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Hunter Henry's now in his second season with the New England Patriots and had 9 touchdowns in his first campaign and really emerged as rookie quarterback Mac Jones' favorite target, especially when they needed points in the red zone. Stays his favorite here and picks up a first down.
Jones now on 1st and 10. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll toss to Harris. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. New England on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to have the 1st down as he's marked down just shy of the 20.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game is starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Here's Tua. He is going to find Hill here.
He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Dolphins strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
It's a run with Mostert. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it in practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these 2-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for 2 and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on 2-point plays as well.
The Patriots ready to get the football back. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember,
This offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Open man right side, Myers. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Complete. It's Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a 1st down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got Henry, and they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Nelson Aguilar, 48 yards. And the Patriots are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. Critical extra point up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So Tua and the Dolphins down 20-19. A minute 36 to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Connecting with Hill. He's at the 50. The 20. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 77 yards. And the Dolphins use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say, not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. It's a run with Mostert. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now all eyes on the Patriots, trailing by a touchdown. A little over 80 ticks to go. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Jones throw pulled in by Aguilar. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Jones. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here taken in by Parker. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Jones. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Boy, this crowd is on pins and needles now because anytime you see the ball heading for the end zone, you really hold your breath, and they come out of their seats. That one falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Jones. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Pats come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave it and hope, but the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, and you never want to be in a situation where your entire game comes down to throwing a jump ball as far as you can. But in that situation, you want to loft it up and hope one of your guys can win in the air. This time, though, it was a defender who got up there, and that was the end of the ball game. Close one throughout. One team just had a little bit more at the end than the other.
So for the Dolphins, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore.